Here's CJ.
Much more fun. You know that only the good die young.
Welcome back, 10:15. Sorry, I'm a little late. I've been late lately. I've been real late lately. Like yesterday, I didn't get done till 11:30. You know, show's supposed to end at 11. You know,
Going on.
yeah, you know, it happens. Rosewood Chiropractic was a very timely commercial.
Yes.
Abigail, how's everything been?
It has been great. 2024 is proving to be a very exciting year. I have a lot going on, a lot in the works already, even coming up and planning later in the year. I'm just very excited about being involved in the community and providing support.
So take me through the partnership or the work being done at Rosewood.
Yes, so as of last month, this month, I am consulting for Rosewood Chiropractic, Dr. Dykman, now doing nutrition there. So I'm really excited to be meeting new faces and getting, again, involved in the community more. He ended up kind of doubling his practice, basically. He expanded on, so he has me there. He has a massage therapist there now, as well as a nurse practitioner as well.
Wow.
So he is really looking to provide kind of as many holistic services in one place as he can for people.
Well, and that's really nice because, you know, the one positive over so much bad that comes with the opioid epidemic is the awareness raised for different options to not maybe go into pain medicine and take a pill, but to go and try something maybe that's a little bit different than a service you've tried before, and seeing if that's the safer way and the healthier way to heal our ailments.
Yes, and there's so much in mind and body connection when it comes to your health and how you're feeling, and having all of these services in one building is really supporting that overall goal.
100%. And now take me through how the first month went.
It has been really exciting. I walked in on my first day there, and as soon as I walked in, somebody was already ready to talk with me, which is like the best thing you could ever have happen whenever you're newly doing something.
Right.
And so it's really cool getting to talk with new people, especially in person, because I work from home, and so I'm seeing people usually over Zoom calls. So having this in-person connection, getting to actually...
The human interaction.
Yes, has been really nice.
Now, how did this all come about?
So I had, again, with 2024, wanted to get in the community more, and I happened to walk into his door, and he was like, I'm actually looking to expand. And so it was really just perfect timing, like it was meant to be, walking in there.
Well, and since you've been, you know, kind of boots on the ground over with Rosewood and working with some of the patients there, take us through your experience and what your kind of takeaways are for Rosewood, and maybe a plug, if you would, for the folks that haven't stopped in yet that need probably to check out their great services.
You know, one thing that he said to me whenever we were initially talking was, he was like, if you are in this business because you are looking to make a lot of money, you are doing it wrong. If you are here to help people, then you're my kind of person. And I was like, exactly right. I loved that right off the bat. He was like, I'm not here for the money. I am here to help people. And that makes such a big difference whenever you're coming from that place of actually wanting to make a difference in people's lives.
100%. And now how are you managing the balance of the Rosewood patients and then your own too?
It's perfect because he has me kind of on my own schedule. So
that's cool.
I'm there once a week right now, kind of alternating days for what works for my schedule, and then otherwise I'm also there based on availability. If somebody is needing to meet with me at a different time than I'm there, then we can schedule that as well.
And how do your services go hand in hand with what Dr. Dykman has already been doing at Rosewood?
So he's, working a lot on the physical aspect of people's health, making sure that they're moving appropriately, but nutrition, what you're eating, is kind of the building blocks for how you're able to move. And so he's hearing people still having gut issues. There's still people coming in talking about, oh, I've got such bad sugar cravings. There's more going on than just the physical aspects that he can help with.
Well, and that's actually a good point that I never even asked you about before, is the whole gut issue thing. Because there's so many people in our community that have really bad, it's not like they have IBS, but they have symptoms like IBS, and they can't even function at work, or go through their day-to-day because they're constantly, uncomfortable.
Yeah, gut issues are really prevalent anymore. I've had my own source of gut issues, so I completely relate to people that are struggling like that. And it kind of goes down to our diet, basically, our lifestyle. We are really busy, and when we're busy, we kind of get more like into a habit of I have to eat versus I need to eat.
Right.
And so that can kind of mess with our gut whenever we aren't making eating a priority. We're just kind of forcing down food really quick. And then also just we're eating a lot on the go, grabbing more packaged foods, maybe things that aren't necessarily providing great for our gut health.
Yeah.
And so that can kind of take a toll over time too.
So probably not the best thing to eat 2 full packages of those little Krabby Patty gummies yesterday, huh?
It's about balance too.
That's right.
That's the thing.
Well, and that's a really good way, a really great incentive for the patients over at Rosewood too, and that work with you there, because you're very natural with your approach. It's not like you're telling folks, listen, you better not ever go back to that Milky Way bar, because you got to have balance. And that's what I think is really good with how you approach your clients and how you interact, because we're all people, and sometimes it's okay to have that candy bar, and it's okay to have those things. It's just all about, balancing all of the different categories of nutrition.
Yes, absolutely. I had somebody I met with there that was saying, she's like, either something's wrong with me or I'm just missing something, I'm doing something wrong. And I was like, what if both of those are going hand in hand? The things that maybe you are doing or aren't doing are making it feel like there's something wrong with you. That's not actually the problem.
Right. Well, and two, the unsureness and anxieties that come with that, because you're going, man, what the hell? You aren't thinking about it all the time, but every couple of weeks you're like, why are these cravings here? Why am I feeling this way? Why does my stomach keep having this happen every couple of weeks? And it drains you. It really does just drain you.
Oh, yeah.
And what is your kind of your thought for folks that maybe are going down that rabbit hole? Maybe they have some issues like that. They want to talk with you. What's that turnaround time normally look? Because it's not going to be a quick fix. It takes a little bit to get back on track, right?
Oh, absolutely. And of course, it takes time to get where you are now. It seems like overnight you kind of wake up and you feel like you're a mess.
Yeah.
But it took time to get where you are. So it takes a little time to then feel better. But I do a 3-month program with every single person I work with on purpose because of the fact it takes time to build new habits, but then it also takes time to get where you want to be. I have clients within the first couple of weeks already start to notice a difference, but really to get the results that you're wanting, 3 months, that 90 days is a great amount of time.
Well, and that's the other thing too. For folks that maybe get discouraged, and 2 weeks in and, a month in and nothing's really getting better, it still kind of feels the same. What's your kind of notion to kind of keep them pushing forward too?
I love the fact that I'm working personalized with every single person. So I am in their corner versus if somebody is looking on the internet trying to figure out what's working, that's where it's easy to get discouraged. When you're like, I've tried this, it's not working. Versus when you're working with me, I can actually sit down and talk with you to see like, well, what are you doing? And if this isn't working, let's take a different approach and do something else instead that maybe will work.
Right. Well, and on top of that too, whenever someone's going in to see Dr. Dykman, has there been any correlation yet to, maybe some of their experiences, their pain management maybe in, becoming more satisfactory with maybe some of their diet choices too? Does it go hand in hand?
It absolutely can. Joint pain is a big thing people will experience, or even if people have more sedentary lifestyles, you'll experience more aches from sitting a lot. And so those can go hand in hand with what I'm helping people with, because joint pain, a lot of that is going to depend on your diet. We don't necessarily realize how much what we're eating and drinking can impact our joints. But inflammation is a big thing with joint pain, and that's driven a lot by our food and our lifestyle. And same with like sitting a lot. That's one thing that I really work on with every client as well, is incorporating some sort of movement into their day that they actually enjoy.
Right. Well, and what's the best way for folks to reach out with you about the experiences at Rosewood? If they want to kind of learn more about maybe what Dr. Dykman offers and Rosewood as a whole on top of what you provide, what's the best way for folks to do that?
So I am just having people contact me is the simplest way to get answers. You message me, call me, and you will get me. My number is 217-851-7447. That is the best way just to, if you have any questions, you're looking to talk more, to contact me.
And it works, you know. Well, and now you have another opportunity for folks to come see you. Fill me in on this sourdough bread making class.
Yes, I am so excited. On May 4th, it's Saturday, in a week from Saturday.
Isn't that
I'm
crazy
gonna,
that May's already here? That's just nuts.
I know. I am partnering with Party on Broadway here in Alton and hosting a sourdough for beginners class. And so I'm really excited about that. Sourdough is becoming really prevalent in the community. You hear a lot more people trying to get into sourdough. And so I'm really excited to walk people through creating their own starter and teaching them how to go from starter to your delicious loaf of bread.
That's great. How long have you been making sourdough?
I have been doing it for about 6 months now. I tried for almost a year off and on prior to that. It took me 3 starter attempts before I finally got it. And the thing that made the difference for me was somebody else showed me how they did their starter. And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, I got this. Like, things just started happening. So now that I'm to a point where it's, nothing for me to do my sourdough baking. It's like clockwork. I got this down. I'm like, I want to teach other people who maybe have struggled or have just felt like it's kind of daunting to take on sourdough, that it doesn't have to be so scary.
And now, when's that again? May 4th?
May 4th. It's at 10 a.m.
And how long's the class?
30 to 45 minutes. It's going to be really straightforward.
Yeah, that's really cool for folks to kind of get in and learn what they need to do and then get on down the road.
Yes, yeah. Everybody will walk out with their own sourdough starter and a loaf of bread to go with it as well, so you can kind of anticipate what your loaf should be like whenever you bake it.
Really cool. And now, what's the best way for folks to sign up and RSVP and all that good stuff for the sourdough bread making class?
Again, I am having people just contact straight to me.
Easiest way.
Yes. If you text me the word party, my number is 217-851-7447, then I will send you the link to get registered. Class is $20. That covers getting your own starter, and I'm going to provide instructions then for how to continue on with your starter, how to bake your first loaf of bread.
Really cool. And for more updates on Nourished Revival, what's the Facebook page?
I am at Nourished Revival on Facebook, or my website is NourishedRevival.com.
It's always good talking to you. You're always doing some good stuff. Keep coming back. This is really good. I always like to learn more about your partnerships and your collaborations. Really fun to see it grow.
I'm so glad to be here always. I have something really exciting actually I'm announcing next week, so I am hoping to be back in the next few weeks.
You better. You got to come back on and fill us in some more.
Absolutely.
At 10:27, we'll take a quick pause here. Our daily show continues on this Tuesday morning right after this on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.